Polluted Thoughts Podcast, real talk with real people. I'm your host, Colin Garrett.
You definitely have the best podcast here because the people tune into it.
I try to have the best podcast.
I think you do.
I think that I almost by default
Because there isn't
kind of just immediately get the best podcast because no one else really has it. Who else has a podcast? My buddies run a football one.
I feel like a lot of the podcasts that were here kind of just
they're tough. Like we were saying earlier, like you heard me list off all the shit, bro.
Nah, I know.
It's a lot for somebody to do. Like
the
by
editing,
by
the fucking
themselves.
getting some sort of questions ready. Then you gotta fucking do.
Thank you for mentioning that.
You're welcome. Then you gotta do the motherfucking goddamn clips and all that other shit.
Yeah, the clips are a pain in the ass.
Getting someone else for the next one, like scheduling.
Yeah, dude, the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, if you do it by yourself, it's hard.
I bet.
These ones are yours. These ones are for tomorrow.
Nice. There you go.
All right.
There you go. Who you got coming tomorrow?
I got Keitsa coming on.
That's fire. Hell
yeah. I love Keith. He's
Hell
the man.
yeah, dude.
So I figured I'm going to start up with some original legends that are on BTP. You. I had Jimmy Cran, who I hadn't had on in a real long time.
Yep.
Keitsa, my boy Al, of course, coming on Friday.
Hell yeah.
And then I go on a little trip, so I wanted to stockpile a couple to post. And then then I'm going to start trying to reach out to some different kind of guests, like maybe some local politicians and some stuff like that.
That'd be sick. Here?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Sick.
Yeah. That's the only.
Yeah, y'all see
That's
it.
the only thing I gotta overcome is welcoming people to my home.
Well,
I mean, them being all right with it being my bedroom because it's a little unprofessional, but I just hope that people respect the grind.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You know what I mean? The hustle is the hustle.
I think it's good.
If you didn't see this, maybe you wouldn't know.
Yeah, if you put up a fake wall right there,
that was the idea.
You could do that.
That was the idea.
You know, you could get one of the Japanese things that they use in I've seen them in movies and shit. They go behind it to change. It's like a pop-up wall, basically, for real.
Yeah, the Grinch had one.
Yeah. The Grinch, he did have one.
Yeah.
He did.
He said something, he's like, Max!
Yeah.
Oh, he was changing behind the shit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How
you been, brother? It's been a minute.
I've been good.
Like we were saying, I don't think I've seen you since RCC.
Yeah.
Right. I always get it fucked up, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. RC, double R.
Double R, excuse me. Yeah.
River City Rhythm and Rock Fest. Yeah, it's a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister. But
there's other ones named that too. I looked that up.
Really?
When I was looking on YouTube, yeah, because I posted the vlog on the Big World channel from that shit, and when I typed it in, I saw other ones named that too, other events named that.
Well, this one's been great.
At least the rhythm and rock part of it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that the rhythm and rock part gets used
all the fucking time. Hell yeah.
And I'm sure other cities have the name River City. I'd never even heard Fitchburg coin that really before.
I haven't either.
But it's perfect for that spot too, because the river's right there.
River's right fucking there. I hope they put up a permanent stage there.
Yeah,
that would be sick. No, there's not.
Yeah, wow.
If they put up a permanent stage there, it'd be great. Because then they could do all sorts of stuff. Doesn't even need to be music related.
Local concerts and comedy.
Yeah. Or if they do some sort of acting thing. Yeah. It'd be dope.
How you been though?
Super dope. I've been good. I've been trying to get back in motion with just all the music stuff in general. Because I just moved and everything. So I'm trying to get that all settled and done with. And then we're back to going. I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to get done. I got 2 projects I'm working on.
Okay, I was going to say, because it's been, you dropped an EP.
I dropped that. It was 6 songs, right?
Yeah.
This Thing of Ours. That shit hit 150,000 streams on Spotify. I think it's at 20 or 30. That's fire. I think I'm wearing the shirt too, actually.
It's too cold to keep the t-shirt on, though. I wanted to keep just the t-shirt on.
I'm also wearing it. I'm also wearing it.
My God.
Yeah. That's crazy.
This Thing of Ours.
Y'all know the vibe. All right. Y'all know the vibes, though. That was good. That was fire.
That is dope. But yeah. So you dropped that one. That was 2023.
Yeah, November 2023.
I think. Yeah. But before that, your last album was 2022. I think, right?
Nah, because I dropped that other I dropped Activated in 2023.
Oh, that was 2023.
Yeah,
okay.
That was
I thought that came out in 2022.
Let's look.
Pull it out.
Let's fucking look, dude.
Do you have a setup at your house?
At the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just gonna be in my room again, but I'm trying to figure all that out and get it done.
I mean, the home studio setup I feel like was always the best.
Yeah.
I've never gone to a real studio, so I can't really say that
Nah, I
one
know
is better
you
than
mean.
the other. But I
Well,
always just was most comfortable doing it in my own bedroom.
dude, that's where you get the most like you're the most comfortable. You know what I mean? So you can practice the best, in my opinion. But like when you're with someone else in a studio and they know what they're doing for real, they could teach you a lot.
Yeah.
So they could teach you a lot of things about just how to do it differently, and you know what I mean, what they think sounds good, and then you could bounce ideas off one another and stuff like that. I think going to the studio is great, but it's not great for your pocket.
Yeah, I would say it's just never been like a
Feasible thing.
not even just
It
feasible.
can
Like
be,
I
but
could always just pay for.
it
I
just
could always
depends.
afford to do it. It was a matter
Yeah,
of like the rapping was just kind of my hobby. So like it was like
that's
when
fair.
it became more than like me
Yeah,
buying stuff to get the equipment to do it at my house, then I was like, oh shit, I already have the stuff. Why am I?
right. Well, the 100-something songs that I made like myself. Imagine if I paid to make all those at the studio.
Yeah.
Plus, I bought damn near all of the beats.
Plus my recording process, I fuck up a lot. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be in the stew fucking up a lot and paying to fuck up.
No, I know what you mean.
When
So
was
look
it?
at So I dropped
Activated was
Activated
2023.
2023.
But 2 Up was
I
2022.
dropped it April 14th. Yeah,
Damn.
2 Up was
75,000
2022.
views, 72,000 views.
Yeah, and Activated 74 on 2 Up 72.
Damn.
On This Thing of Ours 150.
Damn.
So
I
it's
knew
still,
that one had a lot.
it's still going. Still
That's
goes
crazy.
up. Like slow but surely.
Numbers.
Dude, I'm
Doing
trying.
numbers.
I'm really trying. I'm really trying, bro. It's a
how you
lot
been,
of fucking work, but it's cool. I
how
love
you
doing
been
it though.
doing mentally? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
I remember seeing? Did your mom pass away recently?
No, my
Your
grandma. My grandma passed.
Okay.
Yeah. My grandma passed, and my friend up in Vermont, Ryan, he fucking got killed.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. That's
All in the same week of Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It was yeah. It was weird.
That's rough.
It was very weird thing. I mean, better now. Like my grandma, it's my step grandmother.
Okay.
She wasn't very like, I don't know how to explain it. Like she wasn't a little pussy about everything.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't want us to be in there like crying about everything. So it was like just more of like a celebration. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that she was who she was, and then they were able to, like my dad and stepmom were able to help her the way that they did for real for like that last part of her life. So it was cool. It was really cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then my friend up there, he just kind of. It's a really fucking weird story. Like it's really weird, but I'm not even gonna get into like all of it because it just sounds so crazy. But I'll send you the fucking thing after.
The newspaper article or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's just a crazy ass like. I don't know, bro. It just sounds unbelievable, especially being up there in Vermont, bro. It's such like a weird.
Why were you telling me that was like where you got in all your trouble? Really? Like you started like getting in trouble down
I
here,
did,
and then you got sent up there, and you were.
No,
like,
so I lived down here. My parents like split up in 06, lived down here, moved to Fitchburg. We lived in Fitchburg till probably like 2010, and then we moved to Maynard for like a year-ish, not even. And then we moved up to Vermont when my mom met my stepdad, actually.
Oh, okay.
They got married eventually. But yeah. And then we were only up there. I was only up there till 2013. Yeah. So I was only up there for
you were into bad shit up there.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing to do up there.
There was nothing.
Into bad shit.
Yeah, everyone's into bad shit, but they kind of like singled me out because I was not from there.
Yeah.
So I was already different, and then I was also kind of reckless with it.
Yeah.
Like bringing weed to school and shit, just being dumb and not giving a fuck, smoking weed in school and outside of the school, like. And it's different there because there's not a lot of people, so it's like it's really obvious when you're fucking
blazed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just dumb shit, bro. It's not into like brag about it. It's stupid.
But crime does happen up there because there is not a lot. I'm not saying like crime like smoking weed. I'm just saying like actual crime does happen up there because there's.
It's gotten bad up in like Burlington.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of the ghetto. Every place
up in Burlington's got really bad. Yeah. Well, where I lived, it wasn't like it was a really small town for real. was like super tiny. So like that's why it was like they had like a microscope on my little dumb ass. So because I would just fucking, bro, I would steal weed from my stepdad and go to the skate park and fucking nickel and dime that shit all day.
Kid was hitting licks and breaking it down.
I wasn't even really hitting a lick. It was just like,
no,
I would be like breaking it off the nug. It'd be like $20 a fucking little handful for real. And I don't know. It was just, that's literally what I would do. And then I would buy more shit. Like I would buy I would buy Xbox shit. I would buy fucking more scooter shit because I was a scooter kid too. And I would buy more shit like that. And then that's it. That's it. It was easier that way. I don't know. It was just fucking, because everybody would be complaining. Like they would be like, "Yo, we're trying to find weed," you know what I mean, all the time. And I would go home and see all these jars. I'm like,
"You're gonna make some money."
Okay. And no one would be home like in the morning. Like I'd get up. I'll just lay it all out because I already like. We already all talked about it. I gave him a bunch of weed. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I repaid it. I paid my dues. Reparations. But. And I always give them weed and shit. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You gotta pay your dues when you can, everybody. But yeah, I fucking, bro. Literally, I would just fucking wake up in the morning. No one's there. I'm going to school. So I would go in his room. Their room, I should say. My mom in his room. Go in there. Just go open the fucking jar and take some.
Yeah. That's what I do with my dad.
Like literally just like a handful. Like, oh yeah.
That's reckless.
Well, bro, he had like, and his brother grew it, whatever. So,
yeah,
I was being a little fucking shysty bastard.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Some shysty shit.
What I think about
that's some shysty shit.
So like when I was like from like
little shysty bastard,
from like 15 to like 16, no, from like 14 to 15 maybe.
Yep.
I don't know. Beginning of like me going into high school till like sophomore year where I started to actually get comfortable buying weed because I was such a little kid. I was like, no one's gonna sell me weed. They're gonna think I'm an op or something. I used to have my boys like go buy weed and stuff.
Yeah.
And anyways,
bro, you could have bought weed, bro.
I probably could have, but I
did it eventually. I did it eventually too.
Yeah. But like I don't know, whatever.
It's
anyways,
chill. Yeah.
I'm from like 14 to 15, I would like go to my dad. He would have it in like under the sink in the bathroom, and I would like nab a little nug or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I think about shit when I open up my like pack, and I'm like, damn, I thought I had more weed and shit, but it was probably just me smoking it. But I think about that stuff all the time, Not that I think anyone's stealing weed from me.
No, but you just think about like,
would you notice? Would I notice if that was missing from my jar or like?
Yeah.
Not like from the jar that I have now, but like the, you know what I mean, from like the eighth or like the little, you know what I mean? Because I would take like from like, I wouldn't be morally reckless about it and grab a handful out the thing. I would grab like a little bit that wouldn't be noticeable.
Bro.
It wasn't there also
like
wasn't like a bunch of jars or anything.
Yeah, dude. He had it's not like it was right out like in the open or anything. It was up on the dresser like back there, and I'm not a very tall guy, so it was really kind of high up for me. So I had to be like, and grab that shit and fucking, yeah.
Had to pull
but it was chill. He never, literally, bro, never. He never noticed.
Molly was using the step stool to rob Bud.
I really was, bro. It's like fucking 11, 12.
Damn, that's really young. Wow.
Yeah.
I was like 14, I think, when I first started smoking weed.
Nah, the first time I smoked weed, I was fucking 13, like 9.
13.
I was like a 9-year-old child.
Whoa, that's real young.
Yeah.
Was it just like with an older sibling or an older cousin or something? You were just doing hood rat shit with your friends.
I don't even want to I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Okay.
But kinda, I guess, yes. I'll just say yes because you asked more than one question.
Yeah.
So yes.
I'm gonna be very vague.
Yeah. Yes.
That's wild though.
Yeah.
I know a couple of people that.
It wasn't like I was like heavy smoking either. It was just one time like.
Yeah. Okay.
I was kind of like, hey, can I smoke that too? Kind of type.
Did you get high?
And I knew what it was like, because I said I'm gonna smoke it either way. Doesn't matter.
Did you get high when you were a kid?
When I was, yeah, that first time, yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
I remember the first time I
Hell
smoked, I
yeah.
didn't really get high because I didn't inhale.
Dude, I was fucking.
Well,
because so before that, my mom, when my parents first got divorced, so we moved to Fitch. We lived on fucking Chester Street, down the street.
Down the street,
Yeah. So we lived down on Chester Street, and you know that big red building on Chester Street.
Yes.
There was that one. She was taking a nap or some shit, and she had cigarettes on the table, so I would take them and fucking like try to smoke them. It was weird. It was like, and that's kind of how I learned how to smoke, because I would watch my family smoke. I'd be like, okay, analyze that shit, go in my room, and then whatever. I don't know why. Like, it was like a subconscious thing too. Yeah. I'm not like doing that, and I don't know. It was weird. But I just knew how. It was like weird.
Me and my dad were talking about the same kind of scenario, but I would just do something. Like, I wouldn't watch them. My dad would just go outside to go smoke, and he would go smoke on the front step back in the day. They ended up going down to the basement eventually. Like when they.
Well, did you? So did you? But did they like have the cigarettes out around you?
No. I mean, maybe like the pack, but not like there was an ashtray out too. They definitely smoked when I wasn't there.
No, I
when I wasn't in the house, I feel like they probably smoked in the living room. But I'm not.
Was there ashtrays around?
There was, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So same
like,
shit.
But like I wasn't. But they weren't filled. You know what I mean? They didn't smoke in front of me in the living room. They would go outside, and I could see them smoking. But I just remember like we had a mini basketball hoop on like the front door. So like I would just play hoops, or like I'd be playing PlayStation or watching TV or doing. And
you're like, they're out there doing adult stuff.
Yeah, doing homework. I don't know, whatever. I'd be doing whatever. I just wouldn't really notice. So I remember the first time I smoked, I didn't get high because I didn't inhale it.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke a cigarette until like I was like 17.
I was probably like fucking.
I was like 16 probably.
I was probably like an 8-year-old kid.
I took one hit.
It's terrible that I say that.
That's wild, man.
It's so weird because it's not like it was like a habitual thing. Yeah. It was like a fucking. The first time was I was like 8 and I just I like tried to smoke it and I was like, ugh, and I put it out and just left it there, and then
my friend bet me like
wait a little while. I tried again, and then wait a little while more. I tried again. Yeah. Just because I would see the adults doing it and I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Well, you got to see like. I'm sure.
And that worries me for when I have a fucking kid. They're gonna be a little bastard just like that. So I'm gonna have to like just keep it. I don't know.
The assumption's probably the same with the.
I don't smoke cigarettes now though, so it's like.
Yeah, me neither.
I got the vape. Really smoked. The vape got me in a clutch.
Yeah, it got me in a choke.
I gotta quit this.
It got me in a guillotine. That's one of the goals for this year is to get off the vape. For sure.
Oh, like I can't even say that.
Cigarettes are just gross to me. I don't.
Yeah, they smell.
They smell and they linger, and I'm not really with
like the now. It's nowadays like they smell weird. It's like
I don't know. People just. I work at like a place, and people just walk in, and when people walk in,
I notice the smell a lot more now.
Well, when people smell like bud, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not like it's like you reek, but like it doesn't smell terrible to me personally. But cigarette smoke, I don't know. When it comes off you and I can smell it, I couldn't imagine how bad it is in your mouth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Well, I guess it's the same kind of deal with blunts, maybe.
It is.
Because I don't really be smoking blunts like that.
Me neither.
I be smoking a lot of bong.
Me too, because it doesn't really smell as much. I brush my teeth after, and you know what I mean. It's usually cool.
Yeah.
Or even if you're like on the run to take a piece of gum or something, it's usually cool. As long as you're not like basking in it like we are right now, you probably will reek. I smoke joints though, and joints
are good. Yeah, but they can be getting resiny.
Your hand smells.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going somewhere where.
I feel like that's what would get me in trouble at school a lot. Is because my hands would smell like weed. From like, or when you smoke a bowl, you know how you like pack it down and shit with your finger? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, if you're outside smoking, the wind blowing, you're like, fuck, I gotta, you know what I mean?
I have the song that we were mentioning before the podcast started.
But
it's one of these ones. I just don't know which one's going to actually play it for free. I don't have Apple Music.
Play that shit. Go on YouTube.
I don't think it was on YouTube. I didn't see it. I feel like that was going to be one of the first ones that came up. It's a song with a lot of renditions. So
who is it?
They're Further Maritime. They used to be a band. There was a bunch of kids that lived around here, around this area at the time.
What happened?
Well, they all just kind of moved different places. And they still have a band. Majority of them have a band still going called the Roaches, and they're dope. I've had them on the pod.
Really?
And yeah.
Would they?
They were the guys who live at the Valley.
Is this so? This is their music, or
Yeah, this is like majority. There
did
was
they just
probably
rebrand
7.
it,
Uh,
or is this a different band completely?
a lot of the same people, different band.
Okay. But generally same sound.
Yeah, yes and no. Like I would say, like if we want to be vague, yes, they sound similar.
Mm-hmm.
If we, I don't know,
Yeah.
but they're not the same, and they don't sound the same, but
yeah,
similar. I mean, there's like 5 of the same people. There's just like a band of like 6, 7 guys, and then now there's I think 4 of the 6 or 7.
What is it?
New band. This is
rock,
they're called
blues, folk, world and country,
psychedelic rock, blues rock, and folk is what they call it. It's this one.
All right, bet.
St. James Infirmary, if it'll let me. You shitting me? This is just like a discography.
Damn.
That's rock. But yeah, but they were
a band out here.
They were dope.
What is that?
Let's see.
Go to
Spotify.
It'll let you play.
Yeah. Hold on, I can find it from here.
I don't think it'll let you play a specific.
I'm not an Apple Music guy. I'm strictly kind of Spotify only.
Really?
Oh no, my water's empty.
Yeah, Spotify's pretty good. Everybody has Spotify, clearly.
Yeah.
They got that shit cornered, OD.
They got the
market
headlock.
fucking cornered up. It's crazy. It's fucked up.
They here. So yeah, I went on a trip with them up to New York when they were recording their album, and they recorded it in like this barn, and it was like they knew this guy because one of them started living in New York, so they knew this guy who owned like properties in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Shit. And like so he had an abandoned barn that he let them record in and shit, and we all could like stay there, and it was like some like real like. I remember we were probably like 2 days into like a 3 or 4 day trip, and I was like, "This is some real hippy dippy shit right here. Like, this is some like real Grateful Dead, like Manson type shit. Like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Like, I don't know." And it started raining, and I could go like sleep in the car and shit.
Yeah,
it was too much for me to handle, man.
You ever been to like an overnight music festival?
No.
That's the first like concert that I went to. It was like it's like a 3-day fucking EDM festival.
Hit me with an advertisement.
Yeah, they're gonna hit you right with the ad.
Hit me with an advertisement on my podcast when I try to play my theme song.
Nope.
That's crazy.
So this is the theme song.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to get to. And 2 advertisements. They hit me with the FanDuel. Do you sports gamble?
No, not no more. I don't watch sports, bruh.
So you were gambling without watching?
I was just taking the fucking bets that fucking the homies would give me, but they weren't.
They weren't locks.
No, bruh, they weren't locks.
You weren't like looking for outside advice on the computer? Yeah,
I was. I definitely was. I was reading so much stuff. Couldn't figure nothing out, bruh. I'm dumb.
3.
I don't like it.
3 advertisements. 3 to play my own damn theme.
I've been really trying to get more into crypto, but my fucking...
Me too, actually.
Bro, my Coinbase account is acting like a bitch.
Really? I just got a Coinbase account. Don't tell me that. I haven't put any money in it yet, but don't tell me that.
Dude, it's been...
I literally just got it like yesterday.
Bro, it's like they have to review my account. Takes up to 3 days. It's been 2.5 weeks. Shit's crazy.
This shit's fucked up. It's not linked to my actual.
What?
It says not linked to my shit. Here we go.
Yeah.
St. James.
And shout out to Steady Galletti.
Yeah.
God damn it. The fuck. Jesus Christ. Yo, so wait. So would one of these bands want to play? Me and Aviate and Fendi were working on skate competition at the Leominster Skate Park. I got to get the permit. That's what I'm working on this week. but it's gonna be like the end of May, beginning of June type shit around that area. So skate comp. It's gonna be the Frankie Fortuna Memorial Skate Comp.
I'll give you their Instagram, the Roaches. They might be interested. They're always into some gigs as long as they're available. I'm sure they're into.
Let me know.
So I'll get you hooked up with them.
We got a grant from the city.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
we got
sick.
a grant from the city, dude. Shout out to Aviate. Shout out to Aviate.
Aviate be a community.
Dude, he's literally
He's in the.
He's very good at it, bro. He's just really good at it.
Yeah.
It's because he's so goddamn smart, and he knows how to use words correctly. You know what I mean? Smoking weed at 9 didn't give me that ability, so that's why Aviate. You know what I mean? So is this it right here?
This is what I wanted the theme song to be. This part. This part right
here. And I'm your host, Con Garrity. Yeah.
That's my homie Liam shredding on the guitar, like
that's
absolutely
disgusting.
going crazy. He's disgusting.
He's an animal.
You I don't know. YouTube better not
Dude,
copyright
can they perform
me
that?
because this is my homie. So if I find out my homies are copyright me, I'm gonna be tight.
It automatically does it. It'll automatically do it.
No, they can. And
they can whitelist it.
You're gonna remove this shit. Whoever has this.
But nah, if it doesn't do it,
I don't think I played it long enough.
No, I don't think so. But that shit's fire.
Yeah.
That shit's fire.
The whole album's dope. But Liam's in the band in the Roaches in the new one. So
that's lit.
I'll get you hooked up with them.
Shout out to the Roaches.
Shout out to the Roaches. Real quick, we'll go to break real quick. Shout out Steady Galletti.
Shout out Steady Galletti.
My man.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. I'm just gonna run and grab water.
All right, bye.
I'm dying. It sounds like
Steady Galletti.
What's his name? That's the music I thought.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break for a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor today is Steady Galletti Precision Painting. Steady Galletti is a small family-owned painting company that can handle all your painting needs for both interior and exterior projects. No job too big or small, unless you're like a hospital or something. I don't know. They could try it, but it might be too big. Find them on Facebook under Steady Galletti Precision Painting. Quality painting by a quality guy. Call 978-790-2260 to book your free quote today. All right, we're back. I want to do something like that with the music video when you mentioned the angle, but I want to do it like I'm interviewing me.
Yeah, like have like this
bar
be the
for bar kind of thing where it's like I'm like doing a podcast with myself on the song Mr. PTP. You kind of just like go back to back.
That's fire.
Yeah,
that'd be gas.
Yes. But yeah. For the Maritime, we don't have to keep talking about them.
Shout out to them,
but yeah, shout out to them. They were dope.
Yeah.
A couple kids just went they moved to New York, and I think they just like life does. It's just hard to, I'm sure it's hard to get a band of 6 people all at the same place at the same time, like free from responsibility.
Dude, I feel like every band that's why they all go through like crazy changes and shit.
Yeah, too many people.
Yeah,
even 2 people, man. Like, not that anything was wrong with Frank.
Doesn't Slipknot have like 9 people?
Yeah, but I think they've plugged and replaced people.
Yeah,
I believe so.
They had to have.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a fucking shit ton of people.
It's a shit ton of people. But like the fact that they've kept it all under one name, pretty impressive. Because people have different visions, Everyone wants to like put out their artistic vision, so then you put it all together, and it's hard to like mesh multiple people with with the same vision. Definitely. Let alone even 2 people with the same vision. It's hard enough to have like a relationship,
right?
For most people, and then to get that into a band.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's all difficult. That's not why I do the podcast by myself, but that's why I started the podcast by myself.
Yeah.
Because it was like I can't rely on other people to get this commitment going. So
yep. No. So yeah.
Do it myself. It's the same with music too. I'm sure you feel.
Yeah. No. Definitely. I mean, I think that's why like you said, it's just hard to do that kind of stuff, and doing it yourself, it just gives you full control over all of it. And it's not bad to like get help from other people, but I agree with you. It's like better. I think it's just better.
it's good to it's definitely good to get help from other people, but
Yeah.
to rely on them
To rely on them,
exactly
right.
You gotta put out your own vision.
Yep.
And it just is a lot of work. It always is. Whatever it is,
Right.
It's always a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely with music you can't rely on nobody but yourself. You know what I mean? You really can't. You cannot do that. You have to get it done yourself a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean,
because when you're an artist, especially at the early stage, you're the manager, the actual rapper. You sometimes are the engineer. Sometimes you're the fucking beat maker. You're the fucking, you know what I mean? You got to book shows for yourself.
Yeah.
Come up with merch for yourself. Get the merch sold. Figure out a website. Do all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Not including make good music.
And then exactly, and then you have to make good music. Exactly. That's where a lot of people I don't know. It takes some time though. I feel like if you just don't give up and you keep doing it, that's when you'll get better. You know what I mean? Especially if you're giving it to the people and being like, "What the fuck do you guys think about this?"
Yeah. Well, you can tell pretty.
And if they're like, "No," they're like, "That shit is ass." You're like, "Oh,
yeah.
Why is it ass?" And they're like, "Well, this reason, and this reason," and you're like, "Okay." And then you think about that and you just take it for what it is, not like an attack on your character or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what I had to start doing for a while. Obviously, because I've been rapping for a long time, so it's like I would take it to fucking heart sometimes.
Well,
back in the day.
It's your vision. It's your art.
But as you get older, you just kind of, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because generally speaking, I love every single song that I have.
Yeah.
To a certain degree. Some of them I like more, some of them I like less.
Yeah.
So obviously everybody else is gonna like some way more and way less than others. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Just like a painting.
Yeah. Just like a podcast.
Just like a podcast.
Yeah. Definitely. Speaking of which, we were talking about earlier working with people. Is there anyone in the area that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet? In any realm of the
I have a song actually that I sent to Keitsa mad long ago.
Oh shit. I don't think Keith's really been making music lately, or maybe at all. Yeah. I don't want to speak for him, but I don't know.
I sent it to him and he was like, "Yeah, I got you," but that was like it was a while ago. Yeah, it was a long time.
Got me with that.
Yeah. It was a while ago, dude.
I'll bring it up.
All right.
I'll mention it on the podcast. You can catch it. You can catch the response live.
Yep. Him definitely.
I just don't know if he'd be in the stew or has the equipment to record.
Yeah.
On his own anymore, because I know he was renting out a studio.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's still doing that or not.
I don't know.
He'd be a food review guy now.
They be killing it with that shit.
Yeah.
Him and fucking Xavier.
Yeah, Keith's.
They be going crazy with that shit.
His thing with the reviews.
Yeah. Do you ever want to do stuff like that?
I'm not the biggest.
Well, what if you didn't do food? What if you did
Look at me.
Other shit.
Yeah, I definitely want to venture out into some other shit. I mean, we do the streams for the fights, and I kind of want to venture out into all live events. That's why I call it a watch party. We've just only really done the UFC stuff, but
and you have fans for that shit though.
Yeah. I have some people who follow the podcast just for the UFC stuff. I feel like.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It is cool because you have subdivisions of episodes.
Yeah. That was the idea. But then I kind of want to break it down and start doing some other stuff. I was thinking about something. I can't really remember what it was right now, which isn't great. It must not have been that great of an idea. But I had a couple of ideas for some subdivisions to have within the channel to do some other shit. Maybe some card stuff.
You have to.
I've been getting into reselling.
Yeah. Sports cards.
Just anything really in general. I kind of I've been watching a lot of yard sale kind of type videos where the guys go to garage sales and go to thrifts and go to what's the other one?
How's it been? How's it all been?
I want to know. I don't really do it too much right now. I mean, I've done it
because I'm interested in that shit.
Yeah.
I want to start doing that shit myself.
Well,
I fuck with that. OD.
It looks fun. I'll tell you that much. I've just been trying to because I don't want to pull up somewhere and pull up eBay and comp some shit out and then be like, all right, I'll give you this much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to like see something, know how much it's worth, or
I
take a
feel
gamble on it, and then just buy it and like walk out and shit. You know, so I've been watching a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, I think yard sales are the best for that.
Yeah, well, yard sales, garage sales,
or even those.
I don't know why I can't think.
What's
of
that
it
one
right
flea
now.
market?
Flea market. Thank you for saying it. Rieta Ranch.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That place is good. Everyone says to go like super early.
There's some more. There's ones out in Western Mass that are like a little bit bigger, but same like ordeal, big outside.
Yeah.
I love
dope.
that shit.
It's
like
dope.
That was always my favorite as a kid to go to the flea market on Sunday. Shit was like a treat. Yeah,
remember
like
that? So you know on the highway where the big Aubuchon hardware building is.
Mm-hmm.
You know that used to be a flea market, right?
Fuck. Now I'm confused.
Or is that Riet, or is that whatever the fuck that is?
What Aubuchon? In Leominster?
Nah, I don't even know, bro. It's like on one of the highways coming in or out of Leominster. I forget. I don't know. I'm trying to think. But you know, like it's on the highway. It's fucking Aubuchon Hardware. It's a big building.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. No,
you probably will.
I mean, I probably do know exactly what you're talking about.
But yeah, you do.
I'm gonna see it tomorrow when I'm driving on Route 2, and I'm like,
I think it is on Route 2 to be real. I don't know.
They're talking about the one.
But I thought that used to be the flea market. I thought that one. What I was talking about, I thought that was the flea market there. Like mad long ago.
I don't know if I'd ever been to one over there. I know there's one over in Lunenburg. Over by there's an Aubuchon Hardware. This is the one I was thinking of, where it's like the Aubuchon Hardware over like City Line.
No.
And then there's
a
flea market down the street on the right in Lunenburg. But
yeah.
There was another one in Lancaster. You know, like the soccer fields in Lancaster. There was like one on, like right past the soccer fields on the right side. There was a big ass indoors one. I don't know.
Maybe that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Probably. I thought it was that big Aubuchon Hardware building.
Maybe they had another one. I don't know if I'd ever been to that one, but I don't know what you're talking about. So maybe when I see it,
yeah. When you do, let me know, because I want to know. Damn. I feel like the city's changed a lot, like both of them. I mean, Fitchburg not really as much, but Leominster is kind of like, it's different from when I was a kid, I think. At least it feels different.
I mean,
maybe it's because we're getting older.
Yeah, just because we're older. But I think Fitchburg's changed more, honestly.
Actually, yeah.
But changing,
definitely, especially
too,
downtown.
You know, yeah, it's like downtown
has
like,
changed.
You can go both ways.
That shit's crazy.
They're trying to make it all nice. And
yeah. It's not bad down there. They got
some funding going on.
They got some funding going on.
Speaking of which, that was one of the people.
I think it's really. I feel like the good part about the legal weed in the state was all the funding that it's generated.
Yeah, and gambling.
And gambling.
You know, I was thinking about
build mad casinos.
When you gamble, does it just go to the state, and then does the state divvy that up per like where it was gambled? You know what I mean? Is what I was thinking. Because like
in Mass,
yeah, like do the towns get like a stipend or like a kickback of like cash for the amount that was gambled in their city?
No, they probably.
Just, like,
I feel
that's like going to the overall funding that they're getting.
No, they're gonna just tax the gambling.
No. I'm saying that they make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, anyways, whatever.
Yeah, I probably not though.
Beyond the point though, Fitchburg is getting nicer. And that brings me to what I was talking about earlier, where I want to try to get like someone like Sam Squalia on.
That'd be fire.
And talk to her, the mayor of Fitchburg.
Yeah.
And just,
I mean, have you ever thought about
she can fix these goddamn fucking potholes on Electric
So now that you have the sign, have you ever thought about taking it mobile? Like,
no, dude, I don't want to go mobile with this.
Not with the sign?
Not with the sign.
Well, what if you get one that's like
I'd go mobile with something like, I don't know, like that. Or
like Nardwar.
Yeah.
Like Nardwar. How he has his like kind of backdrop thing.
I didn't even know he puts a backdrop up.
Yeah, I mean sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah. Or they'll just be in the back of like the fucking record shop.
Yes, a majority of them just seem like they're in like a record shop.
But he'll have like a little promo thing in the background. Usually, at least the newer ones.
I got it. Yeah. Well, I have a. This might actually be the extra. I had another one. I probably just buy a new one. I was thinking about actually. That's funny you mentioned it. I was thinking about doing one today.
Yeah.
That's a brick. Like I'll make a brick thing and just put my logo in the middle of the brick, and then put it out on a big tapestry or something to go. So then if I do something.
Well, have you ever thought about making like a sign that's not LED? With like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. No, I haven't thought of that.
Because then you could just put it in the background.
Yeah.
Then,
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Something.
That'd be good. That'd be cool.
I also just don't. I want to be a little like less. I want to be more careless about where I do the podcast. Like it doesn't really matter. Like, if I get the person we're in a space and they have an hour of time and I can put the phone on and put the microphones
and do that on. And
now that I'm reducing like I got rid of like the wires and shit like that. It's like less stuff to bring around. It's probably a lot easier. Just bring like a light pole or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And then it looks professional.
Yeah, then it just looks a little better. Shout out to Sam Buck. I take a lot of inspiration from him because he was like, I was talking about how I was saving up and like getting like trying to get a camera and do this and do that, and he's like, dude, I just do it on the phone. He's like, bang it out, and he's like, you can just do them anywhere too. He's like, doesn't matter. He's like, I've done them in the woods, on beaches. He's like, I don't give a fuck where we do it. If as long as we got a mic with me, we can do like just put out the content. So just keep putting it out there. Just keep doing it. Yeah. Consistency. It's all that matters.
Nah, for real. So literally.
I've just been trying to be less mindful about always getting in here. I want to be in the studio at all times.
Yeah.
If it's out of the studio, I'll just do like live from wherever or I don't even have to do that. Yeah, just put it out there. It's a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I took a lot of inspiration from Tim Dillon too, because he used to rent out hotels, and I wanted to start doing like one that was like, me and my homies would just like go rent out a hotel, and then just not get like it was like before we went out, and then like that was like a 30-minute podcast, go out and then come back, and then like that's the other like half of the podcast or something, and do like a different. That was one of the different ideas scenes, back basically. In the day. Yeah, call it like the telecast or something, like the PTP telecast. I don't know.
You could do like one set of questions in one location, and then the other set of questions in a different location.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
I think maybe even incorporating more cameras eventually would help if you could.
Yeah, I want to do some
like two angles. You know what I mean? What?
Some like not like street interviews.
I know what you mean though.
But
like just like I want to like
I wouldn't mind just like setting up a table out in the common one of these days
and having people come up
to me. Yeah. Shout out to Talk of the Town. They're a podcast that I fuck with heavily out of Boston.
I feel like I've heard of them.
They like put out like a PSA, like them just being like, "Yo, we're gonna be at Harvard Square today from this time to this time. Like, pop out, come talk to us."
Yeah.
And then people just stop in, like it's two guys just talking, and then when someone pops in, they ask them questions, and it's a real dope podcast.
Oh, that sounds dope. That sounds really dope.
A genius idea.
Yeah.
I think they buy like a cup of Joe or a box of Joe.
Yeah.
And they have the box of Joe there and offer people coffee. And it's real great. It's a good idea.
You should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that.
I just want to do one like out just every once in a while.
I feel like
it'd be cool to just meet random people. Who knows who you are?
Hey, you could come to the skate comp and set up a table.
When is it?
It's gonna be the end of May, beginning of June.
Oh, that's perfect. It's not gonna be cold as shit. I was gonna say if it's cold, I might not do it.
It's a skate competition.
Hey, I might say no if
it's gonna be at that skate park down the Frankie skate park.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that's just that'd be fun.
I'll do it. Yeah. I'll just bring a table.
Yeah.
I'll just set up a table.
That'd be lit. That'd be so fire.
People can just stop in and talk.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be.
As long as they're gonna be reasonable. I don't want people to like come in and start like spazzing and geeking for no reason.
I know what you mean. Yeah. They're getting cut out immediately.
Yeah. Well, they just might not make it.
And exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. They won't even make it.
Yeah, I really want to do philanthropy work.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
like
that's
giving back.
Like,
I can agree with that too.
Like here and there. Like, I mean, you're doing it. You're doing the event at the skate park.
Yeah, it is. It's a free event. Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, you're giving back to the community. What do you mean? It's philanthropy, right there.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about it like that. You're right.
But I want to like take people to like sports games and go to like get backpack drives, toy drives, bring them to hospitals, and I don't know, do stuff under the PTP name.
Yeah.
To give back.
Yeah. No, I that's kind of like one of my biggest goals in life, I think.
Yeah.
Is to be able to like do that on a very big scale, you know what I mean?
Yeah, big. I mean, me personally, like less a big and just more like an often. Like
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Big and often. So
just like I can do
continuous thing, you know what I mean?
For like back to school, get like a bunch of supplies and bring them somewhere where they need them, and then for like the holidays, get like toy drives, and for this, do that. And what would really interest me is going to like a homeless guy or like less the homeless guy.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
It's funny. I said that. I told on the last podcast. I saw some homeless guy like right after I was talking to Liv and we were driving around. I was like, I really want to be in philanthropy, having the same conversation. And we're like in the parking lot right after, maybe like an hour after, not even in Marshall's parking lot. Some guy comes walking up. He just spooked me. Like I was like looking for something. Yeah. I saw a shadow coming behind from like outside the car. I was like, someone like walking up to the car right now? What's going on? And I was like, I'm not gonna hop out. Like, am I gonna have to hop out the V? I was like, what's going on? I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I look over and it's just like this homeless guy. And I was like, he looked and like right when he looked at me, I just went like this, nope. And I gave him like I was like, not today, dude. I'm sorry, not today. And like he just like walked away and he just like gave a wave and walked away. And then like it haunted me for a couple weeks after because we drove away and then I realized that I knew who that guy was. Like I don't know him personally. Yeah. He's pulled up on me at like a dispensary and at like Walgreens and CVS.
What the fuck?
And like right when I walk in or walk out, I'll be like, hey, I'm a real fucking piece of shit. You might like, can you give me a couple $2 so I can get something to eat? I'm starving.
How's he at all these different places?
Yeah, he walks, I think. What? Like, well, the dispensary and Walgreens interaction was one time. It was like I went to walk in the dispensary, and he's like, I'm a real fucking piece of shit. Blah, like, you know, you don't have any reason to give me any money, but I'm starving. And I was like, I don't have any dollars, bro. Like, if I had any like cash, I'd give it to you. And
why would he say that?
I don't know. It's not a good sales pitch trying to get $1 or $2 out of somebody. But then when I went into the dispensary, I was buying shit and whatever. I bought a couple of joints and I gave them a joint and they gave me a lighter for free. So I gave them the lighter and then they gave me like $2 or $3 after the change with the debit. So I gave them that. And I sat in my car for a minute, did whatever I was doing. Then I had to drive over to Walgreens. Drove over to Walgreens. He was already at the Walgreens when I went to walk in. Like, he went to approach me again. He's like, oh, I already got you. Or some shit like that. And then after he said it, the lady from Walgreens came out and was like, dude, I told you can't be doing this. Like, get out of here. Dude. Stop doing this.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, and then Liv said that he ran up on her one time. Not ran up on her, but, like, you know, did the same thing he was about to do to me at Marshall's.
Yeah.
And like right when she got out of her car, he was like right there and was like, "Hey, like I'm, you know, an asshole and a real scumbag, but give me a couple bucks. I'm starving." Yeah. And like the CVS guy did the same thing, tried like shooing him off or whatever.
Yeah.
But it haunted me because I shoot him off before I even knew who he was. You know what I mean? Like it was like I told this guy like fuck off.
Yeah.
Before I even realized that I remembered this guy from before.
Well,
you know? And it was the complete opposite of everything I said I just wanted to do.
Where was that?
An hour
in
ago.
Fitch?
That was at Marshall's. I mean, so yeah, Fitchburg, Leominster.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's definitely a good group of homeless people here. By good, I mean like the amount of people. There's a good amount of them.
I just don't understand the being homeless in the coldest fucking places, dude.
Yeah, well, if you grow up here,
they gotta be like, and I'm saying this like, some greens.
Bro, if you grow up here,
you
grow up here, and then become homeless, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Somehow figure out to start walking. I don't know. I really don't. Why would you like?
You become homeless. You're gonna start walking to the south.
Because you will die. People, I was gonna say.
I know, you're right.
I don't want to be like
dying.
rude. I don't want to be mean, but like right now, currently, it's so fucking cold out. People have to be dying right now because it's so fucking cold and they don't have anywhere to go.
Remember when they found someone under the fucking? They found a homeless person in Leominster actually, and under like one of the drain things.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
The sewage drain? Like
it was like it wasn't like a sewage drain. It was kind of like a sewage drain actually. Yeah. It was like one of the big like plastic. Yeah, but it was big enough for someone to go in and out of to sleep.
Wow.
At the time, but it was really cold, so he died in that shit. Yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah. That's what I'm saying though. So you just like, I mean, how much is a bus ticket to like?
I'm pretty sure. Don't.
It's expensive.
Everybody can fact check me on that because I don't know. I don't know if that. I'm pretty sure. I know someone was in like that little trench thing and they were dead.
Yeah, it's so much harder to like travel and so much more expensive to travel than it was previously.
Yeah.
So like I was just thinking. Like,
well, you could take a Greyhound, but the bus from here to it's like $40.
No.
Yes,
like
from here
on a best day to where New York.
From Worcester to fucking New York. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's no temperature.
And then
difference.
From New York,
you
could go to
this
like.
Is what I'm saying though. This is the math that I was doing in my head though. Because you start adding up like $40 to a homeless person, that's a lot of money. I don't know, but I'm assuming that's a decent chunk of change. Like you got $40, you're like starting to think what you're gonna spend it on and shit like that, you know. Yeah. So like, I was just thinking like back in the day, you could just get on like the T and get the T into Boston, so you could get out somewhere else, or get the T into Worcester or something, and you could mooch it for free. You can just hop on, hop off.
Yeah, but why would you go to a place where there's even more homeless people?
Then well, I'm just saying like, you got to get from here to somewhere where you can get the fuck out of Massachusetts. Yeah. You know, so you got to go to either Worcester or Boston.
And then what?
That's what I'm saying. It's so much harder. Like back in the day, you could even like 5 years ago, like I could like mooch the
you could hitchhike.
Commuter rail. I would just mooch the commuter rail all the time. Yeah, I mean,
we out here hitchhiking.
Who's picking up hitchhikers these days? You ever pick up a hitchhiker? My mom picked up one once.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Burbank Hospital in Pittsburgh.
No.
It's like down the street. Yeah, it's over by like Johnny. If you took a right where the boulder is, like the boulder's on your left.
It's where the Crocker's right there, right? The school.
Kinda. I don't know.
The hospital's like up the big ass hill.
Yeah. Yep. We were driving down the big hill and some like lady was driving down or walking down. We picked her up, and I remember being sketched out because I was like, "This is how Michael Jordan's dad died."
Really?
Yeah.
He picked up a hitchhiker?
That's the story. I think the real story supposedly also is that he got killed over Michael Jordan's gambling debt.
What?
But I'm not sure if that's also true. He's definitely a degenerate gambler. That's true.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Like bad?
Probably. He would gamble on everything.
Why?
Because that's fun.
On everything?
Yeah.
Damn.
No, that's not what it was. He was so competitive. That's what it was. That he was so competitive that he wanted to make money off of everybody because he could just betting makes you just that much better to beat you. I think was the idea, and he would just do it with everything. And what a crazy mentality to have. I need to adopt some of that. He's like wants to just bet everything, like poker on the buses, betting in the locker room with like the
other players.
No, not even one of the workers at the arena or whatever who was like they were like kind of tight, became tight. They would like me and you flick a coin to the wall. Whoever gets the coin closest wins whatever amount of bucks. And him and MJ would play. And then he bet on golf too when he was golfing during the day. Do everything but bet on the basketball because he can't.
Really?
You can't bet on a game and play in it.
Well, what if you bet on different teams?
I don't know if you're allowed to do that either.
It's because they all know the script.
I don't know if that's necessarily. Well, you definitely can't bet on a game that you're in because you can just sandbag
of course.
The game. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
if I'm playing this game and I bet on that game,
I think it's a matter of like you also knowing that person who's on the other team and they can just sandbag the game or whatever it is. They might be able to bet on the game, like another game, but definitely not them themselves.
Yeah.
I always wondered if they could bet on like their overs though. Like if their like points were like over 25 points, like if they could just take the over. Because like that's not really like that's not bad. You should honestly, if you do it, then fuck it, give him the extra money.
Nah.
Because like then he's going for 25. Actually, no. Then it also ruins the game. You're right, because then they're just shooting for 25. You're right.
Yeah.
Smoke a little weed. I just want people to bet on themselves.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm adopting the Michael Jordan philosophy. Let's bet on everything.
I know, what the fuck.
Let's bet on everything.
We're betting on everything.
You ever go to the casino?
No.
No? Never once?
No.
Wow.
Not yet. It'd be fun.
Let me know if you want to go sometime.
God damn it.
Me and Mario will take you.
Everybody goes to the casino, huh?
I don't go too often anymore. It lost its like appeal.
My uncle loves the casino.
Every once in a while, like on a night out, we go out in Boston. It's always a good time to go out to the casino. I don't go with an amount that is like unholy. I don't gamble like other people gamble. I show up with
How much you bring?
If it's like my birthday or something like that.
No, I'm not
I'm like a normal $40 to $60.
What?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I bet $5 like hands usually.
You be winning? What's the most you've ever won?
I've turned like one time. My uncle, he went and bet like $100 on the Celtics. He won, and then he was like gave me the ticket. He's like, "Yo, if you're going tonight, cash this for me."
Yeah.
I think they might have been an underdog. It was last year, or 2 years ago maybe, and so it was like $100 won 112.
Yeah.
He's like, "You bring me back my 100, and you bring me back 100 of the profit, and you can keep the 12." And I was like, "All right, bet." I turned 12 into like 313 or 330 or something like that.
That's fire.
Yeah, I don't know. I've like done that a couple times. Like turn like 20 or $40 into like
300,
200 or 300. Never really more than maybe 300. Probably the max I've ever won.
See, when I think about going to the casino, I think that we should bring like 500.
Yeah, I think I've won like 400 maybe once, but the problem is I don't know when to get out. I've been up like $500-600.
I'm trying to go in there with 500 and then be up like 5 bands and then leave. Right? Is that reasonable or am I tripping?
500 to 5 bands, 10 times your money. I mean, it's not unreasonable. It's hard.
You be playing cards or you just?
I usually go to like the little. Well, it depends. If I bring like $100 and like we're like out for the night in Boston and it was like a birthday or something like that and I have like cash on me and I'm feeling myself, I'll go to like the $25 hand tables of like roulette or blackjack or something. You know, roulette,
what's
blackjack,
roulette?
or baccarat.
Oh, roulette's with the ball,
the
right?
wheel, and like you put down either on numbers or you do like outside bets where you can bet like colors or high or low or odd or even or like thirds because there's 36 numbers, so you can bet like first 12, second 12, third 12. So if you showed up with like $500 and you went to the roulette table and put it on black, it would get turned to 1,000 if you won.
I feel like the roulette table is like the craziest odds.
Yeah, because you don't know, you have no control over it.
There's no way to like gauge what it's gonna do.
Baccarat, I think, is technically your best odds in a casino. Baccarat's like similar to blackjack.
What's that guy's name?
Mickey Mays. Yeah, everyone knows. Every time I ever said baccarat, everyone's always mentioned Mickey Mays. I fuck with Mickey Mays.
That guy's the go to gambling.
He is the go to gambling. That's why I got into baccarat, because I was just watching him play. I was like, he must know something.
Yeah. I've heard that it's just counting cards with that.
Yeah, I don't count cards because I never tried. Never tried to keep pace of it. I keep like a mental, like there's got to be, you know what I mean? Like fucking it's been this many in a row.
Yeah.
But I never, I don't know. My brain doesn't work that way really. But I should try. I should try to learn.
Yeah, you should.
Because then you'd win. Closest to 9. It's like, you know how to play blackjack, right?
That's to 21. Is that to 21?
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough time at the casino for you, man. Baccarat, you got to. It's just like first to 9, and face cards like the kings, jacks, all those they equal 0.
Yeah.
And 10s are 0. So like.
I like poker. I like regular poker.
Yeah, I like poker. They have like 3-card Texas Hold'em and different like.
I like Texas Hold'em too. Texas Hold'em's good.
Yeah, I don't know if
that's like the quicker version of poker.
Yeah, I don't know if they have like. They definitely have like virtual poker. You can definitely sit down
I don't like that. I hate that.
Yeah, it was fake as fuck. They rob you. They're scheming. They're plotting.
Mm-hmm. I would rather see the deck.
You. What do we care?
I guess
the whole place.
Do they let you
touch? The
best
odds in the casino are like 50%, and that's baccarat, or it's like 49 or something. That's the best odds you got.
Dude, that's why.
Blackjack, maybe you could say blackjack's 50-50, but it's not really.
That shit's crazy. It's kind of like sports betting.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's exactly the same thing, pretty much. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. It could be. I mean, the odds could be fucking minus 500 on the sports bet. You put $500 down to win $100, and the person upsets. And you know they don't do that. Happens all the time, though.
I would be tight.
Yeah, everyone would be fucking tight.
Oh my god.
So I try not to sports bet.
I don't think I've ever bet $100.
Well, this is why people think that like the sports betting and the casino is like the lottery, like their chance to like get out. You know, they treat that shit like the lottery, and it's not. You gotta treat it like people treat the lottery, where it's like, oh, I'm pumping gas in my car. Let me get $5 on the lottery. You know what I mean? Just like we'll shoot the shit. This is a good time.
Yeah.
Like just for shits and gigs, we'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
Same thing with the fucking sports betting.
My papa be winning OD on tickets.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. He'd be winning like 10,000 all the time.
I don't do scratch tickets.
He'd be going on like routes for them shits, bro. He'd be like, I'm gonna go on my ticket route, and he'll just leave randomly. Be like, come back.
Secret ticket route to get scratchies.
Bro, I don't know.
My
He's
family
always
loves
done
scratchies.
that.
My Uncle Sean's a big scratchy guy. Like Christmas and shit, we all buy scratchies.
Dude, he's always done that shit since I was a kid.
Wow.
He's crazy with it.
My Uncle Sean has got a place that he only goes to that he swears what it cashes.
That's fire.
Yeah. I never got into the scratchies too much. I was always, if I'm betting like sports betting though, I'm putting like $20 in. I'll throw down like, if we're like watching a game or something, I'll throw down like a $10 bet. But then I'll throw down like two.
You be betting on the fights?
Yeah. I'll put like $20 in usually.
Do you be winning on the fight bets?
Yes and no. I probably say I have like a 40%, 35% win.
How? I feel like you know so much about like.
Yeah, dude, it's hard, bro. You never know what's gonna. It also,
I guess,
my judgment gets clouded by my my liking of my commitment to like being a fan of whoever the fighter is. Yeah. So it's like I can't bet against them, so I put some money down on them. But like I don't, like I said, I don't bet much money. Like yesterday, the other day, I had a parlay. I put down $20. I bet $19 on like a 3-leg parlay.
Yeah.
It ended up missing by 1 leg. It was like 19 to win like $120. And then I threw down a $1 parlay, and I was like, Mario did this thing one time where he just like, I'm gonna bet the opposite of everybody that I want to win, and he hit the parlay. So I just went down the whole fight card and picked like, I was like, all right, well, I don't think, and went right down. And I started off the fight card 6 for 6. Got the first 6 fights all right, but it wouldn't let me cash out the bet. It was like a $1 for like $20,000 or something like that, and it wouldn't let me cash out after the first 6 because I knew the next one was gonna be fucked. I was like, the next one's a dogged. Yeah, but that's sports gambling.
Why don't you just do that more often?
Because I'm not trying to be a degenerate sports gambler.
It's just $1.
Yeah. I mean that maybe.
And like, it's not like, I mean, UFC...
well, that's what I'm saying. I'll do it every once in a while. I'll put in like $20 or whatever, and that'll ask me like throw down some $5 bets, throw down some $10 parlays.
Bro, $1 to 20 grand would be crazy.
Yeah, you got. I mean, it's to me, it's the same thing as buying a lotto ticket or buying a scratchy.
Definitely. No, I know what you mean.
Same exact thing. But like, I also like, I don't do it in large wagers, and I don't do it quite frequently. Because like, I'll win, and like if I put in $20 or something like that, and I won, I'll just pull out 100. I'll keep like $40 or something. You know what I mean? Like if I won 20 to 140, I'll just keep the $40 and like leave some change after like the solid number. And not that guy. Now I can fool around a little bit.
What's the most you ever won on a scratch ticket?
Scratch ticket, I've never really won much.
I think I've won like $100.
Won $100. One time for Christmas gifts, I gave my girlfriend's dad a couple scratch tickets, and I jokingly was like, I signed my name on the back of them, so you gotta split it with me if you win. And I was just joking. I was like, aha, I'm joking. Merry Christmas. And then like 10 minutes later, we're chilling upstairs watching TV, and he was like, come down here. And I was like, oh shit. I thought it was gonna be a fuck ton of money, but it was $500. And he was like, I'll split it with you.
That's fine.
It was $250, so that was dope.
Yeah.
His reaction like was just like, quick, come down. Or like, I don't know if he said quick, come down here. Or, like, come down here. I thought maybe like we fucking hit the lotto. I was like, no way.
We're up now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, as we're kind of wrapping up here, let me rifle off some questions for you. Bet. I kind of wanted to start doing this. I'll do it quick, and I mean, we don't have to be super quick, but.
Damn, I fucked it up.
What has been one of the biggest challenges you've faced in your career?
I
feel like mine was always equipment based.
I think just knowing how to put shit out the right way, and then being able to take advice the right way as well.
Oh, okay. That's a great answer.
Yeah. Because you have to put it out all in the right way. Because I would make a song and just drop that shit. You can't do that. You have to, like, build up the vault a little bit. You got to save for the budget for stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to take some time with it.
I like that answer.
Yep.
How do you balance personal vulnerability with the need to maintain a public image? Or a rap image, I guess. I guess is more what I meant to say.
I'm already like too much of myself to be like to like try to give off a different image.
I feel you.
Like the swag could switch up, right? And I could get like more clothes. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. But like other than that, everything is still kind of the same.
Yeah, it's true.
At the core of it all, it's still the same.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind the rap? Or life in general? That's kind of the question. The bullet after.
Well, with my music, I've always wanted it to be like I wanted it to make people feel the way music made me feel, if that makes sense. Like music always made me like motivated. It was like a different type of feeling in the world that you can't really get anywhere else. That's kind of what I've wanted to like give back to, the thing that gave me so much.
Yeah.
Which is like rap and hip hop and everything, and even R&B. I want to give back to that craft that gave me so much and helped me a lot. So I feel like music just helps people in general.
It does.
And there's songs that have helped people for fucking 50 years at this point. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. And I want people to like just express themselves more.
It always creates like a moment or feeling or like a thought or a person whenever you hear a song. It's always a reaction.
And I think the character behind like the character, like MF Doom, like the character behind Doom and how he has all the different personas, shit like that really just sticks with you sometimes too. So like it's stuff like that. That stuff can just live on in its own world now.
That's some of my favorite shit.
Yeah. So I fuck with that type of stuff too. I just want everyone to remember that like when you're a creative little kid, you can be a creative little kid that's just so happens to be old enough to drink and fucking buy a house. You know what I mean? So you can just keep creating.
You said that last time too. Everyone's just like a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just are afraid to be that way because they're just not comfortable with themselves.
True.
Yeah.
If you weren't making music, where do you think you'd be?
I don't know.
What do you think you'd be doing,
rather? I don't know. I've always wanted to.
Hood rat shit?
I don't know, maybe, but I've always wanted to entertain people. Like even since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like
I remember the comedian. I could
that.
See it.
So when I was a little kid, that's what I said.
Funny. You
that's
should try it.
Yeah.
Come with me sometime. I've never done it. I'll try it.
I don't think I'm that funny.
I think you're funny.
I don't think I'm that funny.
All right. Well, if you don't think you're funny, then you'll never make it.
I mean, maybe I'm kind of funny sometimes, but it's just like entertainment in general is always what I've wanted to do. And then making music, I've probably wanted to do since I was like 12. Because I tried to do all the shit that I could at like even school, like whatever the fuck the public school will offer for music stuff. I'm trying to do that shit. That's how I've always been my whole life.
That was my intro to school. My intro to music too.
I still have. You remember did you go to Fitchburg School?
No.
Did you guys have recorders back in the day?
Yeah,
little flute thingies. Do you still have yours?
Nope. I still have it.
Yeah.
Wow. Playing hot cross buns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have my. Remember how they gave you little like belts on that shit, like the little like strings when you leveled up?
No, we didn't do levels.
They did that shit in Fitchburg.
Yeah, like belts and shit.
Dude, they like little strings, like little colored strings. That ass. Yeah. I still have that shit.
That's wild.
I still have that. I have mad shit from when I was a kid.
I think we learned a couple songs and we did a concert, but that was about it for our recorder.
You remember when John Cena had the spinner belt, the US one?
Yeah.
The US title one?
Yeah.
I have that shit.
You still have that too? Molly be rocking that and playing hot cross buns.
Oh god. That shit's fire. Nah, that shit's fire. That shit, you'll see it when I be streaming again. It'll be in the background.
Right.
I fuck with that though.
Let's see what else we got. One piece of advice do you have a young artist trying to make music?
Don't be afraid to just try more and new things. Because that was my biggest problem for a long time. I was so dead set on one style.
Yeah.
That I wasn't able to expand that one style even more by learning different styles and doing different things. That's why I think being diverse and liking more than one kind of music helps a lot too. Because you're exposed to different stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not doesn't get all rigid and stale.
Yeah, you never listen to like the same. I mean, most people don't listen to the same style every single day.
Nah. Or like, I mean, me personally, I'll binge certain styles.
Yeah, that's more what I mean.
Yeah, so like I'll binge a certain style for this period, and then I'll switch it up, and then like you know what I mean. It's weird.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Yeah, just switch it up. That's it. Switch up the style a little bit.
What are some misconceptions people might have about like maybe not life as a rapper is what I wrote, but just the music industry and like making music?
Well, so a lot of people that don't rap and they're just a music listener, like, and they don't sing, they don't do anything, like, they usually have the strongest, like, opinion, especially when it's negative. Usually when it's positive, they don't really say anything.
Yeah.
As much as they would in,
they just
like,
don't really understand.
Hating on someone is a lot easier than complimenting them for what it is.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Showing
especially with the influx of people that are making music and wanting to be artists.
Yeah, well, when you don't understand something or don't understand the amount of work that it went into something, it's probably easier to hate it when you don't understand it than it is to love it. But it's definitely, in general, easier to love things than it is to hate them.
Yeah.
For my personal opinion.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's
That's interesting. That's true though, because people are just like if they don't understand the work that went into it, then they have no appreciation for it.
Yeah, but their opinion usually also is very valid. Like, I think that the average listener can give you the best advice on how to make your stuff better.
Yeah.
But when they hate on it and act like they're able to do anything of anything, you know what I mean? It's just like you just gotta take that with whatever it is. You just don't
grain of salt.
Exactly. You don't fucking take that shit to heart. It's not that deep.
I guess finally, as we're wrapping up, what's coming up next for BiGMoley? You were saying you got a couple new projects.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I'll show you a song after. But fucking, I'm working on 2 different projects. One of them's more like some of the more hard shit, and then one of them's more like some like 2000s type shit, kinda. You'll see.
What?
I don't know how to explain it.
No, I kind of.
It's gonna be good.
Some of the stuff you've been dropping, I can kind of hear that.
Yeah.
That flow.
Nah,
and just the sound and the samples and stuff.
Yeah. Nah, it's gonna be. You'll see. It'll be good.
I'm excited. Give the people the information for the skate park memorial.
More information will be posted on my Instagram at Molerat. You already know where to find me. Boom. Instagram BiGMoley. Love y'all. Shout out PTP and Steady Coletti. Fucking that shit will be happening in end of May, beginning of June-ish. So I will keep everybody updated. Going to be in Leominster at the Frankie Fortuna Memorial Skate Park. We're going to be having food, vendors. We're going to be having PTP in the funk. So you get interviewed or something.
Yeah.
Make it interesting. And then maybe we'll try to figure out like a raffle or something.
Word.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But it'll be good.
Is a great idea.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you should figure out some food stuff.
We're gonna have. I said that.
Food? Oh,
yeah. We're gonna have food.
Excited.
There'll be food.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, that's dope, bro. Look at you doing shit in the community.
We're doing shit in the community for the community. Shout out to the community. It's an all ages event, so it doesn't matter. You could bring your grandma and your kid. It doesn't matter. Pull up.
Family friendly.
It'll be fun.
As is PTP.
Yep.
We will leave you how I always leave you. Peace and believe in yourselves. Catch you fools later. Deuces.